behalf of promoter Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, you're all very welcome to the Sheffield Arena for 12 3-minute rounds for the WBA Interim Middleweight World Championship. We're proudly sponsored by Grosvenor Casinos, by StubHub and by Scott's Menswear. We're live and exclusive on Sky Sports Fight Night, and all our officials ringside, appointed by the World Boxing Association and the British Boxing Board of Control. From the WBA, Mr. Jesper Jensen, and from the board, Mr. Alistair Hayes. Our 3 scoring judges. From England, Mr. Dave Paris. From Italy, Mr. Giuseppe Quartarone. And from Belgium, Mr. Philip Verbacke. Timekeeper from Sheffield, Mr. Barry Pinder. When the bell rings, the referee from Doncaster, England, star referee, Mr. Howard Foster. And so, ladies and gentlemen in attendance here at ringside, and for those watching live on Sky Sports, the officials are ready. The boxers are ready. Are you ready for the main event? In the red corner stands the challenger, weighing in at 11 stone 5 pounds 6 ounces. He wears red shorts with blue and white trim. He brings a record of 27 contests, 20 wins, 14 inside the distance, 4 defeats, 1 draw, 2 no contests. He is ranked number 15 in the world with the WBO, ranked number 13 with the WBC and the WBA. He is the former WBC Fecker Box and WBA NABA champion. From Columbia, Maryland, USA, Tony Mo Better Jetson. And in the blue corner stands the champion. He wears gold with black and white trim. At the weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone 6 pounds from 20 contests. He has 19 wins, with 14 of those wins coming inside the scheduled distance. He is ranked number 1 with the World Boxing Association. Tonight, making the first defense of his belt, the reigning, defending WBA Interim Middleweight World Champion from Brighton, Sussex, England, the next generation, Chris Eubank Jr.
Okay, fellas, spoke to you both in the dressing room. We both know what I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both got your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Well, as you heard, there is a belt on the line here, but sort of. It's the WBA Interim Middleweight belt, which Chris Eubank won last time out, but we're dealing with the WBA here, who have their own Byzantine set of rules. This is the organisation that gives you 2 world champions, a super champ and a regular champ. They love the interim champs, and that's what Eubank is, but because he hasn't boxed for 9 months,
seconds out,
they've given that interim belt already to a Venezuelan called Alfonso Blanco, who won it last month. So even though they've said the belt is on the line here, if Eubank wins, he will have to relinquish it. Goodness only knows what they're going to do if Jetta wins it, because they'll have 2 interim champions, but that's the madness of the WBA for you. Bottom line is, there is nothing crazy about Chris Eubank Jr. How good can he look? How far can he go? And what kind of problems will Tony Jetta set him, if any? There are 3 scoring judges in attendance. The expectation around here is they will not be needed.
He was already led with a left hook, Eubank. He's just thrown the double jab. The second one landed. Looking very purposeful there and serious. That was a kind of wild swing from Jetta.
Well, he's learnt one thing from his father clearly already. Boxing is the entertainment business. You've got to put on a show, you've got to entertain, but you've also got to be able to back it up.
You know, Eubank started to walk away there. I thought that was a knockdown. That was a knockdown punch, so full credit to Jetta. He took it and still upright. That was a lovely right hand he placed in there.
It's just that one defeat to Billy Joe Saunders. He gave away too many early rounds. Still thought he'd won at the finish, and it was razor close. Jetta going in with his head.
Yeah, well, Jetta, just about to say, Jetta's been involved in 2 no contests, a first round and a second round, because of clashes of heads. So, and that looked a little bit blatant, if you like, that one. Didn't like that one.
Well, he's already felt the power of Eubank, hasn't he, Jetta? And you can tell from his body language he doesn't want to engage too closely. And if the fists won't work, well, maybe the head will do. Well, here he is down already.
2, 3.
Yep, and his eyes are all over the place. That was a beautiful left hook. He led with a left hook straight away when the bell rang, but that one landed, and it's taken a lot out of Jetta.
And still nearly a full minute in this opening session. And Eubank taking his time, striking the pose, but delivering behind the posing as well. Substance to go with the style. And there he is, nailed again. Well, just trying to cling on here, Jetta.
Jetta looking over to his corner, doesn't want to be there. The legs have gone.
Already.
I think one more clean punch and referee Foster will be jumping in there. This fellow doesn't want to be there, and I don't blame him.
Another hook coming in. Eubank taking his time, in no great rush to get this one finished.
Oh no!
Jetta being told by Howard Foster not to hold. Difficult to know what else he can do. Well, it looks like he's going to survive the opening 3 minutes, but only just. He was rocked to his boots. He was put on the floor. Credit to him. He got up, and he hears the bell and a stare. Jetta will match the stare.
Yeah, well, Jetta had 3 minutes to do something with him. Pointless leaving it till the bell rings and then growling, but to his credit, he took a couple of big punches, and he's still there.
Round 2.
Round 2. Honestly, Jim, not so much in this fight, but going down the road, it will be as entertaining in the corner between rounds as it will be while the fight's in progress. There are some big egos in there, but some talent as well, because Adam Booth knows his job.
You know, he gets some speed and power into that left hook. I mean, these are terrific punches, Eubank. So it's a mismatch,
He's
a
all
total
over the place. Howard
mismatch.
Foster's seen enough. It's absolutely a mismatch. Eubank struts away. Job done. And they are on their feet. I mean, just look at the interest that is being generated by the second coming, if you like, of Chris Eubank.
Yeah, well, I mean, he deserves praise. He didn't make the match, Nick. You know, he's in there to do his stuff. But he's just beaten up a 39-year-old opponent who really should not have been there in the first place. But that aside, he really looked terrific doing it. I mean, the punches were terrific. The left hook, the right hand, everything. And the way he went about the job. You know, confidence. He knew he was on a different level to Jetta. He knew it was a matter of time. Full credit to Jetta. He couldn't have done any better. He gave it his best shot. But yet, delighted to have Chris Eubank Jr. on board.
And I'll tell you what, that now officially sets up a December the 12th meeting at the O2 against the very colourful Irishman Spike O'Sullivan. Here's the finish again. Jetta was protesting when Howard Foster stepped in, goodness knows why. Couldn't argue with that.
Now, Howard Foster would have been looking for an excuse to stop this after what took place in the opening round. He could see, as we all could, it was a mismatch. He doesn't want to see a man being hurt. So as soon as the chance presented itself to stop the fight, get Jetta out of there, he took it. Good bit of refereeing.
Well, I can't wait for that next fight, though, in December against Spike O'Sullivan. Another character, as we just have a look at the finish once again, another character you can't ignore. And he'll certainly put up tougher opposition than Tony Jetta managed, but we never expected any difference. This was a gentle introduction, if you like, for Chris Eubank Jr. And Spike O'Sullivan, that'll be something else.
But there's no question, you know, he does throw some tasty-looking punches. Powerful, accurate, fast.
Fans are booing Jim, but what did they expect?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Mr. Foster will bring both these boxers together, and as he does so, please, ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation for both our boxers in the ring. The end comes at 29 seconds of round number 2. Referee Mr. Foster stops the contest. In his opinion, Tony Jetta in no position to continue. The winner, he is still the WBA interim middleweight champion, the next generation, Chris Eubank Jr.
So Chris Eubank wins, and wins quick, to set up a bitter battle with Ireland's Gary Spike O'Sullivan. The rivalry goes all the way back to when Senior met Steve Collins. We'll hear from Junior next, and we have more live action to come.